Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera around in a second, but this is my pig's heart dissection. How we doing? So let's start off with the vena cava. So the vena cava is this flap that's right here, and it empties into the right atrium. Oh man, it's pretty hot out here. So the way I cut my heart was a little funny, but I have to make sure I remember how it was. So from what I'm gathering, let's see. Okay, so let's start down here. So obviously you see this papillary muscle, and this is the bigger part of the heart, if you will. Oh, can't see. This is the coordinate tendon right here in the back, or I can show you this one. This is a coordinate tendon right here, these little strings of fiber. And I'll show you a better view of the papillary muscle, which is what it's attached to right over here. So that's a good view of the coordinate tendon and the papillary muscle. This is actually the bicuspid or mitral valve right here. So this is the this is the left ventricle, and this is the left atrium. And I'm going to come back over here, and let's see, I'm trying to figure out how my heart was, because I can't really find the right atrium, but I can find the left ventricle, the right ventricle, which is in here. And this right here is your tricuspid valve. Then let's see, we're gonna close it, and so this is the apex of the heart, which is the bottom. And if I trace this up, let's see, that would be my that would be probably going to the pulmonary circulation back here, which means gotta get in there. So this would be going to the aorta. The IVC, or IVS, intraventricular septum, which is the line that separates both sides, is this right here. So let's see. Did the mitral valve, did both valves. Now I couldn't find the coronary sinuses or the auricles, but as I stated, this down here is the septum, and the SA node usually sits up into the right in the right atrium, and then the AV junction sits right above the AV node. But down here in the IVC is where your Purkinje fibers are. So when we talk about the electro conduction of the heart, the Purkinje fibers are down here, and usually that's what produces your lethal arrhythmias, if you will. VFib and VTach is when the primary pacemaker of the heart is coming from the ventricular, the primary pacemaker of the heart is the ventricular system, and that's where you have your lethal arrhythmias. Usually those are lethal just because they don't produce any enough oomph or electricity to push systematic circulation, where you have VFib, which is basically where the heart quivers, or VTach, where it's down here, but it's going way too fast to actually sustain pulmonary or systematic circulation. But I guess that's just some extra stuff I knew about it. So that's my pig's heart dissection.